Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Martyna. I hope everyone is doing great. Today I think we are going to do another use up book pages project. At least this is kind of what I'm thinking right now. We will see what it turns out to be, but I have here, I will show it to you in a second, kind of something that I've been meaning to make, and I want to share it with you using book pages. But before, I just wanted to show you guys a couple of things. So first, I just have to kind of I'm proud of myself for this. Look at this, you guys. So I really do not like dyeing papers, mostly because it takes up so much space and we don't have that much space. I have to do it kind of not on the floor. I never dry my papers in an oven. They air dry through the night. But look at this. Oh, isn't this so pretty? But because we have our Zuzia, our puppy, I kind of cannot do it on the floor, so there is just a lot that goes into dyeing papers for me. So when I do a nice big batch, I'm so proud of myself. And so these are coffee stained, and is there anything more pleasant than this crinkly sound? I dyed some doilies as well. I really like how they turned out. I used tea and coffee. They both give me different results. Coffee for me is definitely more grungy, so you can see those. I would not probably get those with tea. Papers like this, you know, and I love them so much. And I also use some plastic lace cloths. They are not cloths, they are like plastic table mats, lace mats, to put in between my papers, like you can see, I think somewhere here. Oh yeah, to get the lace impressions. And yeah, and I also used 60 GSM copy paper, which is slightly thinner than your regular copy paper. Regular copy paper is 80 GSM. This one is 60, so it also gives me this awesome crinkle, I think. So I just wanted to show you guys, because I'm so proud of myself and I'm so happy I finally did it. I have pretty much no papers left to use in my journal, so this is one thing. And another thing is, so in the previous video we have been doing a lot of cutting images. This was craft therapy video. A lot of cutting images from Daphne's diary magazines, and I had a couple of comments where you guys wanted to see how I would use these images in my journals. So here I just wanted to show you guys a creative daily journal that I have, and daily-ish. I don't usually journal in it daily, however I try to have every day documented. So this double spread I made last night, and I just wanted to show you that I cut all of those tiny Daphne's diary, which are in every magazine in the section where they tell you about the subscription, so you can subscribe. And I just piled them here, and because I was doing some more fussy cut or cutting images or harvesting images last night, so I just wanted to document it. So this is one thing. And then, you know, each Daphne's Diary magazine has a few, I think 3 or 4 of those full sheets, double-sided like papers, beautiful papers. And so I just glued it here on this page. I just thought it went really nice with the colors that I have here on the left hand side. And so I just wrote that I love this page from Daphne's Diary, and I wanted to be here for the vibrant pop of color during our gray winter days, because today is actually sunny, but we really haven't had the best of weathers. So yeah, so this is just a couple of pages where I used those those images. I don't think I have anything here. Oh, this is just a little tag from Daphne's diary, which came on the planner. So, you know, all the different things, even just sticking a page, strictly like sticking a page, covering the whole page in your journal. That's just, you know, that's something inspiring. That's something when I flip back through it, that I will want to look back on, I suppose. So just wanted to quickly show it to you guys. So this is my daily-ish journal. I have so many journals, you guys. So many journals on the go that this is ridiculous. I have this one, Creative Daily Journal. I have my writing journal. I have, I think, at least 3 junk journals on the go, and one art journal, which sadly has been neglected. Well, a lot of journals. Okay, so today's project. Last episode of Use Up Book Pages, we've actually used textbook pages. So plain text, we've collaged over it, we've done some fun things with them. And today I want to use up pretty book pages because I have a lot of those as well. And of course, with pretty book pages like this, you can just add them to your journal as kind of like a well, as a page basically, or you can, I don't know, fussy cut the images. There is a lot you can do with pretty pages like this. But what I decided to do today is a project that I have made probably last year sometime, the beginning of last year, I think, and also many crafters do it. Everyone has their own way, so yeah, just wanted to share it with you guys. So what it's going to be like a little folio, something like this. And the idea is that I am taking a big book page. Now, I have this book, which is Reader's Digest, A Garden for All Seasons, which I love. I have been using a lot of these pages, as you can see. And I highly, highly recommend it because it's just beautiful. It has photos, it has illustrations. Look at this, you guys. Just very, very beautiful. And these pages are nice and big, so if you fold them in half, they are a perfect size to fit into your journal, and you kind of have them, you know, right side up. But what I want to say, sorry, I'm still kind of recovering from my COVID shot, and my brain is just a little bit, well, I'm distracted. So anyway, the last time I did this project, I did it with a vertical book page, and it still worked pretty well. Your images here and your text will be sideways, but I mean, that's totally fine. So, a book page, and then, as you can see, I lined it inside with just tea stain papers. I did a little bit of spraying here, so as you can see, this tea stain paper, how different color I got from tea staining and coffee staining. So this is much more grungy, much more sort of versatile as well, I would say, with all those bits and pieces. And yeah, I love both. I love using them for different things. So my idea is that I would like to make kind of like those little folders, which I would then put in the middle of the signature. So I would sew my signature here. So this would be like, there would be pages in the signature, and then in the middle there would be this. And then we are going to make some closure. And then when we open this up, I would like there to be maybe some pocket, maybe something flipping out, some decoration. We will see. But this is pretty much the base. I haven't done anything else than just stitch 2 pieces of paper together. So I have the book page and tea stain paper. And the trick, I believe, for having it this crinkly is that I did not glue this book page, this tea stained paper to the book page before stitching, so it's kind of loose. They are separated, and so it gives it this awesome texture. But of course, if you don't want to use a sewing machine, or you don't have a sewing machine, if you just glue them together, that's going to be fine. So I think I'm going to make a few of those kind of like bases, and then I will show you guys the rest of the process. So we will do some decorating, we will do the closure, and yeah, I hope you will enjoy. So the first step for me, is going to be choosing the book pages, and I've marked this page because there are some beautiful rose pages. This book is really amazing. So I think I'm going to take a couple of those. I will be soon starting to work on rose themed journals, kind of like a vintage rose. So I think this will come in handy. And what else? Let's see. So this book has kind of like regular pages in which you have a photo, an illustration, or two photos, something like this, and then it has those full page spreads with beautiful images. And I mean, look at this for autumn. Amazing. Ooh, wow, this is gorgeous. Bright splashes of autumn color. So I think I would like this. So I'm going to take this page out. I'm going to use this page, it's stunning. And then this one as well. And then I think I also want to use some dried flowers. I also want to use some just regular book pages like this one, because it's just very beautiful. So let me take this book page and maybe one more. Probably not going to be able to do all of them on video, but we will see how we go. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to take my paper trimmer and I'm going to trim them. So first, I'm going to clean the rough edge, and you totally don't have to do it. It's just kind of, today it's the aesthetic I'm going for. I need to have my bin closer to me. And then I am also kind of lengthwise, I'm going to trim them so that they would fit, because I don't have specific journals I want to put them in yet. I'm just building my stash of things that I want to put to my journals when I'm crafting. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim them so that they fit into most of my journals, because I usually use one size of journals or do something bigger, and they will fit to, they will fit to both. So in my case, it's going to be 19 centimeters tall, because my pages are usually about 20. And this is exactly 7.5 inches, if you are interested. So that's kind of what I'm going to do with those pages, and maybe I can take a couple at the same time here. So cleaning the edge and then trimming them to the side. To the size, not to the side, of course. Not sure what to the side would mean. Okay, I want to be kind of even with this line here, even-ish. Oh, this page, right? Let's take this one. So how are you guys? How is everyone doing? How have your first days of the new year been? This one I will put aside. I hope you are doing well. I hope you are well rested after the break. I've been very busy these past days, and it's great, to be honest, because I've been busy with my creative business, which is always amazing. Actually, last night I finished 6 fairy journals, so I'm super excited about them. They look like, I'm looking at them right now, and they look like those little jewels with all the colors and beads on the spines, and I can't wait to share them with you. So I should have a flip through of them maybe early next week, and then I will probably have them in my shop next weekend. I hope so. We will see how we go. I'm very happy about them. They have been in the works for like 3 months, so definitely much longer than I would like to, I guess. But I'm happy with how they turned out. Okay, so now what we are going to do is I want to fold my book page so I can make it into a envelope shape, I would say. So we will be folding this bigger one, which will open like this, and then a flap. Obviously I want kind of smaller, and I just eyeball it, really. I don't measure it, so let's see how we go. And you can do it on sort of both sides. So my flap here is on the left hand side, but you can also have it on the right hand side. So let's see. I'm going to fold it like that to have my kind of body of my pocket here. And then, and I will show it to you in a second, I'm folding the flap, but I am leaving a gap here just so this is easier to open up and see. So I have one which is kind of with the flap on the other side. So it really does not matter how you choose to fold it. We just have one of those flaps is bigger and the other one is smaller. So I have a busy day today as well, and I should be doing a lot of non-crafty things, unfortunately. So like, oh, I love this. So like taxes. Oh, I hate doing taxes, but you know, there are some parts of having your own business that you are not going to love, and that's absolutely okay. I love this. I don't know which side to use. All right. Yes, so taxes today. I have to go to the post office, which I really don't like because, you guys, postal service in Poland, it's not great. It's not great. So there is that, and yeah, and so I decided to do something not on my to-do list, and kind of start the day in the most pleasant thing, which is crafting with you guys. And then I think I will be just so positively energized, hopefully, that I will just be able to do everything on my to-do list. Okay, you guys, so the next step is I am kind of folding these back a little bit because this is quite stiff and I don't want it very stiff right now. I want my pages flat. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to line them with some paper, and really you could of course leave them as they are. However, this is a bit flimsy, you know, and also, where's my example? And also, when I lined it, it gives me this crinkle, and this is just so wonderful. And I am going to be decorating it inside, but yeah, I like it this way. So we can absolutely leave it as it is, but I am going to be lining it with tea stained paper, the crinkly one. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm simply going to take these pages along with a sheet of tea stained paper. Let me show you. So this is this coffee stained paper, but I'm going to do it this way to my sewing machine and simply stitch with just a straight stitch. Not sure if you can see, but just a straight stitch all around here. And then why did we fold these flaps before? Because when we have both pages together, sewn or glued, however you choose, it's going to be so much easier to then fold them back again and fold this one as well. So that's why I'm doing it in this order. Okay, so I'm going to pause the camera, take it to my sewing machine, sew this paper inside, and I will be right back. Alrighty, everything done. I folded them along the lines that we've already had. They are all lined. Some I've ran out of tea stained paper, so I guess new dyeing session is ahead of me. But some I lined with this lighter, less grungy coffee paper. Some are tea stained paper. And so yeah, I also inked around, maybe it will be more visible here, inked around just on the outside. And now I was thinking about what I want to do for a closure. The previous time I did this, I used, let me check, I use these Velcro dots, so they are self-adhesive and they are super fun and super fast, so that would be an option. But I also have some of these metal embellishments. They are very thin metal. Got them from AliExpress. I suppose if you just search for metal embellishments, they will be a lot of them. I really have kind of different shapes. I have corners. These I use some gold wax over, and I also have, well, these are just some closures, some small ones, and I should also have, oh yeah, these big ones. I'm a little bit bendy because they are quite thin. So what I thought I would do with those is I was thinking about adding them like this. I also just love how it looks, so pretty. And then adding not an eyelet, a brad, a metal brad through one of those holes here. And so just on this side, not on the flap. And so this would then slide up or slide down, and you would be able to open it. And we would have the brad here, which we would need to cover up. But other than that, I think that's nice. I don't know, you guys. You can definitely use Velcro dots, but just look how cute it looks, right? I don't know. I've never done something like this before, but I'm kind of like, this year is my year for trying out new things and not going with what I particularly well know, or kind of stepping out of my comfort zone a little bit. Okay, so let's do it the way I'm going to do it. And also, you guys, if you don't have these, you can use any piece, small piece of ephemera. So let's say, let me see, do I have any small pieces of ephemera to show it to you? What is this here? I'm sorry, I'm just kind of digging here. Okay, so let's say you have a nice label and it also looks so pretty, and you just put an eyelet through here and it slides up and down. Tim Holtz has some great ephemera for something like this because his ephemera is quite thick, and so this will be a perfect closure, and I've done it with Tim Holtz ephemera before as well. So really just use this idea of this, you know, attaching with the brad. If I say eyelet, I mean brad, and just sliding up or down, and use whatever you have. So the way I am going to do it is I'm going to kind of position it where I want it, so sort of in the middle, and I'm going to take a marker and I'm going to make a dot where I want my eyelet to be. Then let's take an awl, maybe this one, is it? No, okay, this one is fine. So just a pokey tool, or you can use a needle as well, and I am going to make a hole, just and make sure you have it open so you don't go through all of the side, all of the layers, and just a hole here. Now let me grab some of my metal brads. Okay, so I have these, and I'm going to go through the hole where I want it, kind of see if I like it, and I do. It looks nice, the circled brad with the circle here inside, and then I'm going to go through here. The only thing I'm wondering is whether or not I would actually like to maybe reinforce this part. So I'm probably going to do some collaging here, so this is going to be covered up anyway, but let's see if I have something in my scraps that I could use, maybe just a bit of this Tim Holtz. So you know, this is still quite thin, this is just a copy paper and a thinner one for that, and also a book page. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to use a piece of Tim Holtz cardstock, or you know, any cardstock. I just had this scrap here, and go through it again with my pokey tool. So this is going to reinforce the spot where my closure is going to go. Yep. And I think this will be safer. Now my brad can go through. Let's open those arms of it on this side. And yeah, so this is going to get covered with some collaging, but now you can see we have our little closure. I think it's so cute, so cute. And I want to make sure this is kind of folded down, because this is a really thin embellishment, so I wouldn't want it to actually, I'm thinking right now, so for the next one, let's see the next one. So I think it might even be better if I do it kind of this way, so not like that in the middle, but more here. So my brad, the part that holds this, is closer to the actual flap. Now this is okay, but as you can see, it is a little bit up, so still it slides like very comfortably. I really love it. So let's try it, you know, we can learn together. So again, I'm going to make a mark. I'm going to first go through Now where's my mark? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm going to go through with this first. Then in this spot, put just a... Oh, this is beautiful. I don't want to put it here. Let's see. Let's see if I have anything else that I could spare. Maybe a piece of this. This is also like a cardstock. Going to glue it down before we do anything else to keep this place safe. Okay, let me use a little bit of wet glue because it is really thick. So whichever method you choose, if you are... Oh, my glue isn't running. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's stick with this for now. I would definitely recommend reinforcing the place. If you are using brad, just reinforce the place where you want to put your brad through, and then you can cover it up anyway. So that's it. Now I can go back here, make my hole. Okay, so choosing one of these, a brad, going through this hole here and through here. Now we can open this up on the other side. Oops. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. And then when we close it up like this, it slides here. Yeah, it's much better. Okay, you guys, so here is a closure. And let's continue. I think I can show you guys what I would do inside, and then depending on the time we can do more. So I'm going to take my papers. Just a second. Okay, I'm going to take my collage papers. So these are my Vintage Rose collage sheets. They are on sale, as is everything in my shop till Sunday. So if you would like to check them out. And I love them because like I said in the previous video where I used them, every piece has some interest, and so you really don't have to do much with them. And some of them I printed on photo paper like this, or cardstock, matte photo cardstock, and some I printed on this thin copy paper. And I think it's going to be perfect to add a little bit of something in the background here. So let me just look through those. Let me see what we could add. How about just a fussy pair, kind of this flower here. And we could maybe have it somewhere. Look at that. Or maybe some text. There is also a lot of different text pieces in these collage sheets. So, oh, actually, how about, because for this, maybe I would like to cover it with something thicker. So, let's see, I am going to want to make a pocket, kind of like a lace pocket somewhere here. so I will keep it in mind, and I won't put something here. Oh, here's the lace I would like to use. Maybe. And so I won't like put too much of a focal point here where it's going to get covered up. Maybe I will use a thinner lace. This one is super like wide. Okay, what else do we have? We have a little bit of this. So see what I mean? You really don't have to have much, just these collage sheets, and you can make something really pretty really fast. I am though going to be adding some other scraps, because every time is a good time to use up some scraps, right? How about a piece of this? So I am not planning to sort of cover up the whole thing inside. This will be upside down, but that's okay. Oh, I like how it kind of frames this rose. Not planning to cover up the whole thing, but yeah, just want to add some interest inside, and we will see where to go from here next. I really need to make some scrappy belly bands or something like that, because I have a lot of long strips of scrap. So this may be our next project. So I'm actually thinking, okay, let me see. I have fussy cut some roses, so let me try to locate them. Where do I put my box with fussy cut elements? Ah, here it is. So since I have those roses, and the roses come from my Vintage Rose Fussy Cut kit, so you can find them there as well. Maybe I would actually like to add. So I am planning to have my pocket, my lace pocket, kind of in the bottom, in the middle side here. And I can see my creases, so I know not to put my focal point. But look at this, you guys, isn't it just already so pretty? I don't know, I think I'm just going to start gluing things down and inking them up and we will see. So yes, so you can get those those roses to fussy cut in my shop as well. I really love roses. They are such a, I don't know, such a vintage and elegant flower. There are so many different kinds. I would love to have roses in my own garden one day, when I have my own garden. But I do love them, and like I said, I am thinking of creating a rose themed journal collection, vintage rose themed, and I've been like really excited about this. Do you guys, so here's a question, do you guys, when you are making a project, right, for however long it takes you, do you, so for me at the end of the project, I like really want to be done with it. Even though I love it, you know, and I've loved every second of creating my, for instance, in this case, my, oh, I love it, fairy journals, I still just want to move on to the next one. I'm so many ideas, you know, and I just can't. But at the same time, I kind of have this feeling that I can't move on until I finish that one. And so mostly, you know, of course you can absolutely have a few projects on the go, but mostly because when I make a journal collection, as you know, I usually make more than one. In this case I have 6 fairy journals plus the one that we are making on Patreon together with my patrons, so that would be 7. And I just didn't have the space to start another collection of 6 or 7 journals, or however many. The space is running out in my craft room where I can put those projects that I'm working on. So, but then I also noticed that when I'm done, when I'm finally done with the project, and you know, there is just, it's closed in my mind. I get into a little bit of a slump, of a creative slump usually, for a few days, kind of like, you know, to regain my creative juices, to be able to start thinking about something new, I think. I don't know. This is just how it works for me. So at one hand I am, or on the one hand I am very excited to start a new project, but on the other I know when I am done with those, like completely done with my fairy journals, I'm going to have to probably take a few days break. Okay, maybe here. So this one I'm actually going to cover with my fussy cut rose. I am loving it. This is so cool. And then we could have this, and there is a little bit of this paper peeking through, but that's okay because it looks like a part of collaging. So for this I need to grab my wet glue. Okay, here's a new one because because otherwise I probably wouldn't be able to get to all of those tiny bits. And I've printed them again on photo cardstock, matte photo cardstock. So they have this white frame around them. This is how I cut them, not like exactly where the lines go, but I left a little bit of a white, as you can see. And I'm actually not going to be inking this. I quite like how it looks. I quite like that it makes it pop, you know? It makes it pop from the background. Okay. I love this. So I'm going to have a pocket. I'm not sure if you guys can see, probably not, but let me show you where my creases are. So here is the middle part, right? I'm going to add a pocket here, but then you will have this part where you can add little bits of journaling, or maybe stick a photo or something like that. And then this part where again you have a nice place for journaling. So let me see if this is dry enough for me to actually fold it. Yes, this little bit I need to tear, and then this here, let's see. All good. I love it. You could even leave it like that, you know, a collaged space for journaling and or a photo here. But let me grab some laces and let's see if we can actually add a pocket. So now I have a lot of those really kind of wide laces, but maybe this one isn't as wide as, yeah. This is super wide, so I think I'm going to go with this. because I would like some of this lace to kind of overhang on the bottom. So let me show you. Okay, I am going to cut it. I'm probably, as usual, going to go around this lace pocket with my sewing machine. So right now I'm just going to kind of cut it where I think I want it. Okay, it's even a bit too thin. Actually, I don't see those lines very well. So no, this will of course get used for something else, but I don't want it that narrow. Let's try this again. Maybe I should have inked the lines, the creases inside to see better. Okay, that's better. And so my idea is that when we fold it, you will have a little bit of it hanging here. Okay. Still, this one is a bit too wide. Yeah, I think this should be quite perfect. Exactly. Okay, so to keep it in place until I stitch it, I am going to use bits of wet glue, smoosh it with my finger as usual so that the glue does not seep through my fabric. Make sure I am positioning it where I will later want it to stay. Make sure I like the way it looks here. And so yeah, this is it. So should I or should I not stitch it right now? Maybe we can actually do one more. Oops, come on. Okay, we love it. Alrighty. So I think I need a little bit more glue in places. But other than that, I think that's it, and I am going to go stitch it. But first, let's see if we can make another one very quickly. So maybe actually one of the rose ones. No, this one. So this is on the other side. The flap is on the other side. So once again, I am going to quickly make sure I will have my closure where I want it. Where's my pen? Let's take another one. Okay. And how quick and fun was that? Of course, it would be quicker if I was making one and not like 7, but I still love it. Okay, let's take a piece here. Maybe I will tear it since this may be visible. Add it here for additional security. Great. Why isn't this stick? Okay, this time I am going to go with wet glue. Yeah, let's give it a second. Let's give it a second. And so I am going to punch it just in a second where this dries a little bit, but in the meantime I can start choosing pieces to add to my collage inside. So again, my lace pocket is going to go here in this middle side. So let's see what we would like to use. Oh, how about we use this stunning flower? So just I'm going to roughly tear it out. And then here as well. So I think when I'm finished here with this project, with this video, I think we are going to actually go for a walk, because you know, busy day, right? So, but no, I've noticed that because we've had such a bad weather lately, I think I also want this piece maybe with the doily. Such a bad weather lately. It's just we weren't going on our walks, and I just felt so like sluggish, I suppose. It really gives me energy, those walks. Those walks do. Okay, how about here? Now I've had this piece as well, so I could go here somewhere, maybe like that. And then how about a little bit of a vintage ledger, and this actually has a pink mark here, pen mark, so it's going to go nicely, I think, with the vibe. And what else could we use? A little bit of music, perhaps. Will I be able to find a small piece? It's just glue on my fingers. Or maybe some Edith Holden. Maybe some Edith Holden this time. And we could add it like that, and then this will again be covered by some rose. So let's see, how about this beauty? How about it? Maybe I don't like this piece. Let's see if we can use another. Oh, this one. So this one actually has some music notes on it. So maybe something like that, and like this. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's start gluing and, well, inking and gluing. And then we will add our lace pocket, and I will take it to the sewing machine and then show you guys how they look. And then I will probably mass make them this evening. Just, you know, following the same steps, because yeah, I feel that after today, when I'm done with my whole to-do list, and I truly hope I will be able to accomplish all of it, because these are, you know, important things. So, but I feel like I will need a good, relaxing crafting session when I'm done with all of that in the evening. Okay, can I find my bone folder? I don't know. Oh, here it is. Let's make sure it's glued down everywhere. Then this piece of Edith Holden. I think I need to re-ink my vintage photo pad. Okay, so let's put it maybe here. So not aligned with this, but still here. And then we have this piece in the corner. So I feel like I've been filming for hours. That's because I've stopped the camera for a longer while when I was sewing all of these and inking. But I don't know, I will see how long this video is when I join all the clips in my editing stage. And I truly hope it will go up today. So today, when I'm filming this, is what day is it? Thursday. I'm so happy it's only Thursday, you guys. However strange it may sound, because I still have all day today and tomorrow to do work, and yeah, I have a lot of things that I would like to still do this week. So other than the post office and accounting, which I'm not looking forward to, but I am going to also film a video for Patreon and do some collage sheets. Actually, I'm planning, so my patrons on the giveaway tier receive, or which, no, what, my patrons on starting from the printables tier, the video tier and the giveaway tier, so most of my patrons really receive a monthly digitals from me. So I still need to design them for this month, and I'm planning on making some digital collage sheets. Maybe because, you know, I've had so much fun creating these rose ones, so I think I will go maybe with a different color scheme for them, or just kind of maybe a bit more neutral, so that they just have this variety of pretty papers to tear and use in their collage. And as always, if you would like to check out Patreon, the link is always in the description box. All right, so let's... Oh, no. What am I doing? You guys, I'm sure some of you were screaming at me that I have not added my closure yet, so I'm going to do it quickly. Make my bread. Put it here, very quickly close it and glue my rose on top of it. Now my fingers are super gluey, and as is everything here, but that's fine. That's a part of the job, isn't it? Gluey fingers, gluey everything. Okay, now I hope I can cover it with the rose image. Okay, I think so. I think it worked. Okay, that was a close call. Well, no, it wouldn't be that bad. You know, what I love about paper crafting and doing what we do here is that you can always fix your mistakes very easily. You can always cover things up. You can always, I don't know, change your mind, do something a bit different. There's so much options, you know. So this is very relaxing. This is part of why paper crafting is so relaxing, because I'm never too worried, you know, that I'm going to destroy my project, because I know I can fix it. No, this is too narrow. I know I can fix it. I know I can cover it. I know I can do something to make it the way I want it. Alrighty. Now is this going to be maybe slightly thinner? Okay. Perfect. Let's use some wet glue. Oh, isn't it just so gorgeous? So gorgeous. Yeah. So how about we also make some, which will be just this, just collaged inside, and you know, some space for journaling. No, I think I want this side up and that side down. Okay, and the closure works perfectly. Alrighty, so I am going to now pause the video very quickly, stitch through those 3 sides here to make sure my pockets won't go anywhere when we put some ephemera into it, and yeah, I will show you guys what we've made today. Okay, so let's sum up what we did today. So we have our folders, let's call them. Let's close them up. And you can use them in so many different ways. So you can use them separately, like a piece that you just clip to your journal, or you just, you know, use separately as a little folio. You could glue this part down to your page and then have this, you know, open up on your journal page. Or you can do what I think I'm planning to do right now, which is just stitch this into your signature to have this in the middle of your signature, like a page, you know, and then you can open this up and yeah, and have this. So we've decorated 2 of them using vintage rose digital collage sheets, which you can find in my shop. These are fussy cut roses, also from my shop, and then some nice big lace pockets with the lace overhanging, which I just think looks so cute here. Alrighty, so you guys, thank you so much for crafting with me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope you enjoyed this yet another way to use up book pages. There will be many more, because like I said recently, I really do have a lot of books that I really have to start making, you know, a dent in them. And now some construction work is starting upstairs, so this is a perfect time to finish the video. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye guys.